Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Jump Crouch Podcast. This week, I am joined by Peter.
The Emperor Protects.
Do you know what? I didn't hear a word of that, so I'm just going to skip over it nicely.
The Emperor Protects!
Oh, there we go. There we go. No, after he screamed at me, I got it. I'm joined by Abby.
Welcome, brother.
Welcome, brother. I see a theme coming here. And also joined by Jacob.
Heretic.
Heretic.
You're the heretic. I like how Matt, this is going completely over his head.
It is a little bit, to be honest. Yeah, I'm guessing this is Space Marine 2.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good guess. Good guess. But on that note, then actually with it, Abby, I'll go straight to you. What have you been playing? Not as if you need to tell us now.
Well, I haven't been playing as much as I'd like this week, so I've been a bit busy, but I have been playing Space Marine 2. Nearly finished the campaign, so hoping to probably finish that after this podcast, and then want to get into the multiplayer side of things as well.
Has that only just come out and all?
Yeah, I think it came out Monday.
Ah.
And then we had it a couple of days early because we had early access.
Okay. Who's had it a couple of days early? Is it just you and Tony, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Although Pete's overtaken me now anyway, so it's not like it made any difference to me.
How dare he? How dare he? All right. Space Marine 2. So it sounds like it's been a good start. Then that's what I like. Nice one. Thanks, Abby. I'll go to Pete then. Pete, what have you been playing this week?
I've been burning Heretics and Xenos alike.
And Xeno, no, I'm not going to say what I thought I heard you say.
Xenos. Aliens.
Ah, right. There we go. Yeah. No, it was a bit after that. I thought you said something different. And I was thinking, okay, has he just called me something? But I'm going to leave it.
I mean, the dead bit, you don't need to know about that.
Oh, thank you. I love you too.
That's no problem.
Is that?
But yeah, Space Marine 2. Started it on Monday, finished it on Wednesday.
Wow. So, is it a very long game, or have you just been hammering the hell out of it, you lot?
It's not long. It's probably, would you say, about 8 to 10 hours? Something like that.
Yeah, like the single player campaign isn't that long. Like the meat of the game is in the sort of co-op and multiplayer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since I finished the campaign, I've been playing. Well, I played one mission with Tony, but after that, I've just been playing the actual PvP, which is actually surprisingly fun. I didn't think it would be, but I actually am enjoying it.
I've heard it compared to Gears of War PvP.
Yeah, it does have that feel to it. Just big slabs of meat running around, rolling away desperately to someone shotgunning you from behind.
You'd like the game, Matt.
No, it does sound like I would do, but obviously I take it's at full price with it being brand spanking.
It's not like 70 quid, like full price.
No, I don't know.
Let's have a look on the Steam store. It's $55 on the Steam store.
Wow, still.
Yeah, it'd be cheaper on CD keys.
Yeah, I might have a look at that in a bit. Oh, what could it be? But yeah, wow, yeah, still pricey. But no. Oh, that sounds good. So you've both been on that then. Brilliant. Thanks, Pete. Thanks for that. Jacob is sitting there all quiet, bless him, waiting for me to go. Tell us what you've been doing.
You really want me to?
You keep it PG. Keep it PG.
All right. So tried out the Black Ops 6 beta.
All right.
How was that?
Very fast paced, and I'm struggling, but it does feel like a step up compared to previous Call of Duty where they've been feeling a bit samey. So plus it's on a service I won't name, so been able to get free access to it. So when it does fully release, I'll be very interested in playing it. And also, I've been going back to Aliens Dark Descent.
Dark Descent. Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
That's that top-down one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's XCOM style strategy game. I enjoy it. The attention to detail for the Alien universe is really good. Highly recommend the game. It's just such a steep learning curve for it. It took me a while just to get past the tutorial level, but yeah, I enjoyed it.
Oh, sounds good. Sounds good. And I take it when you say the COD, it's a bit fast paced and you're struggling. Is that because also you are now getting old and your reactions are a bit slower?
That is the main reason.
Okay.
I can't play Call of Duty like I used to. Even still wasn't great, but it's just been going downhill since. And all I've been moaning throughout that game is I just can't keep up with it.
You moan, don't be daft.
That's a polite way of putting it. So
no, that's very true. That's very true. But oh no, sound. I must admit, I won't be any good at COD anymore. Play games with you lot, and when you play against people like Tony as well, I ain't got the fathom of trying to beat anybody like that, so I just can't be bothered. I've got Tony on my team. No, damn, I'm going to lose.
And that's even with Jacob's aim assist on his controller.
wow.
Wow. No, nice one. Thanks for that, Jacob. Thank you. Again, I'm actually really boring. I've had an extremely small go on Batman again, still on the Steam Deck, because I've been too busy building my new office, which I'm not in yet. I was building it. Unfortunately, I built most of it in a day, and then realised the roof wasn't fitting because I'd laid the floor out wrong, which had then pushed the sides out wrong. So I had to take it all down and rebuild it. Absolute pain, but it's now together. So I've got a lot of insulating doing, then electrics. So hopefully in a couple podcasts time, I'll be in there.
Are you going to soundproof it in there?
It's got a lot of insulated and proofing going in. I was just going to do a small 25mm basic foam one, but no, it's going to have 100mm plus, like a 5mm ply in it. So it's going to be fine. It's going to be good.
That's good. Yes, at the moment it looks like a big shed.
Yes, it does, but sheds can be deceiving. But yeah, so that's me.
Maybe you shed light on that.
What was that?
I said maybe you could shed light on that.
Do you know what? There's always got to be one funny bugger, aren't there, that thinks. And it just happens to be you.
I do my best.
But no. Nice one. But yeah, that's me. That's me, unfortunately. Very light on the games this week, but a new place to play in when I get it all done, which would be brilliant. So, right. That's what we've been doing this week, or last 2 weeks, even, since the big quiz that we did as well. Have you purchased anything since then, Pete, at all, with your winnings?
Yeah, Space Bunny.
Oh, touche. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
No, I actually bought that off of what's his face? Green Man Gaming. The winnings I actually used to buy Risk of Rain 2.
Oh, okay. No, touche. Mind you, you've got a lot to play on that, though, haven't you, at the moment? So that's all good. That is all good. So, brill. Okay, so we'll what we'll do is we'll just jump straight to the news, and we're going to kick off straight away with Pete.
Yeah, could you go with someone else?
Oh, what? Go somebody else? Why do you not want? The Concorde has gone offline. No.
Oh yes. So I was just trying to get the thing up. Yes, Concorde. Do you remember that game? Of course you don't.
Nope.
What game?
There was a game.
Well, that's it.
Do something.
That tax write-off.
Yes. It is gone already.
It was what?
Yep.
11 days, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
11 days?
Yes. Made it was out Monday or something like that, and then dead on a Friday the week after.
My God, that's almost like Suicide Squad all over again.
Yes. Well, at least Suicide Squad, you still play it. You can't play this anymore.
Whoa.
It's completely gone. They've issued refunds to everyone who bought it. How that's going to work for retail, I don't know, but
Yeah, I'm curious about that.
Yeah, I believe that you can get it regardless of what time or the amount of you played. Which, given the player count, was probably not a lot anyway.
Did it just bomb completely, or did it just not work?
It just bombed completely. They released a $40 game in a free-to-play market.
Oh.
Wow.
And there was nothing special about it, like...
Yeah, the gameplay was slower than most other games. The character design was very bland. I've actually seen a lot of people doing new character designs, like kind of using the old characters as a framework and making them better. And yeah, they all look so much better.
That's bad, isn't it?
Well, yeah, they didn't even try and salvage it. They just pulled the plug, so...
It's interesting to see if they go free-to-play with it or they just let it die.
Yeah, I'm curious, because obviously, like, there have been other games that have bombed on release, like No Man's Sky, but, like, credit to the devs, they turned that around, but I'm not sure if they're even going to bother with Concord, because it flopped so hard.
Yeah, like, at least No Man's Sky, that sold pretty well when it first came out, and yeah, it did have a lot of problems, but I mean, I could go check, but I'm pretty sure that game sold maybe in a couple of millions when it first came out. I've heard the estimates of this that it didn't break 30k total.
Wow.
Yeah. And this game reportedly cost over 100 million to make.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and that's a return. That's a return of like
8 years, wasn't it?
Wow.
So that's a slightly misleading. It's true, but also not true from what I've heard. From what I've heard, it was like they did concepts and things like that going for about 8 years. But actual development was probably only 4 from about 2020. I believe is roundabout when they actually started full into development.
Oh, okay.
A lot of the time was spending, hey, what type of game do we want to make, and just kind of screwing around with prototypes, things like that. So technically it is 8 years, but it's probably more accurate to say 4, from what I've heard.
That is bad. Don't believe it. Pulled a plug on, what, 11 days, was it? You say?
Yeah.
11 days. 11 days.
It was dead, though. Like, a live service game like that, if there's nobody playing it, then it's dead anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
It'll just cost them to run the service, surely.
Yeah, I do think, speaking of Suicide Squad was getting more players than it.
Oh, wow.
Jesus. That shows you how bad it is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting on that falling away as well.
Oh, yeah. I must admit, when I saw this, I was thinking, Suicide Squad, must be soon, surely. Because that's just dying of bad death, that one.
I'm saying that. It does have 474 players playing right now.
Woohoo!
However, it did have 38 playing on Thursday. So.
Oh.
What? Wow.
Swings and roundabouts.
Those are quite respectable numbers for that game, though.
It is?
What, 38? Oh, okay. Fair enough. So, right. No, Brill, lovely. Thank you very much. Cheers for that, Pete. That's started us off well. And we're only going to go downhill at the moment. So, we'll move on. We'll move on to some more news. And, Jacob, do you want to hit us off with a bit of this?
Which one do you want to start?
Well, I've got Until Dawn, Remake Studio, Ballistic Moon.
Yep, so there was rumours of people getting laid off ahead of the... what is it? The Until Dawn, is it a remaster that's going on to? Oh, is it just an upscale for the PS5?
I believe
It
it's
says-
a remake.
Yeah, it says it's a
A
remake.
remaster, I would imagine.
Ah, right, okay, but yeah, it's Ballistic Mean have acknowledged that there are redundancies for the company, which it's been a really bad year for jobs in the gaming industry, because I think at the bottom of the article, it's so far this year, but it's seen over 11,500 people lose their jobs.
Wow. A majority of them are one place, I bet, really, aren't they?
Yeah, but
No.
it's just all adding up. So
No?
From what I've seen, it has been spread out, and that's the kind of bad thing.
Okay, no. I was thinking of the whole Microsoft debacle part, but...
Oh, they've had that lion's share,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
but I don't think they're even up to 25%.
Oh, okay, no, fair enough. Wow, that's really scary. That is. But that's what I mean.
but
They
yeah,
just-
they haven't confirmed how many are going, but it's a difficult time at the moment. So that's one of 3 companies we're going to cover this week.
Absolutely. So that's that's number one. I'll move to the next one. Rocksteady. Here we go.
Yeah, speaking of Suicide Squad,
Yep.
Yeah.
Go on then, Pete.
yeah, they have laid people off after the failure of Suicide Squad.
Yeah. And it says here, one staff member may be redundant while on paternity leave as well.
Not
Yep.
even legal.
Technically, it is. If there is no job for them, they can do it. But obviously, they have to have the same bits as if they were still in work. So the same redundancy package. They can't lower it or anything.
Yeah, I imagine this would be in the 2-week paternity leave. Because I know you can switch, or usually you're able to switch the maternity and the paternity, can't you?
Yeah, you
yeah.
can share it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so paternity is only 2 weeks, but a man can actually have maternity leave, which is an equal share of whatever. So
Yeah, it's up to a year, isn't it? Something like that.
it's 9. Normally, it's 9 months pay, but you can have up to a year, but you don't get 3 months pay at all. So
No.
yeah,
Yeah, so most people imagine taking the 9.
yeah, exactly. Otherwise, you lose all of your pay.
Yeah.
So sorry, we strung off a little. bit
Yeah, sorry, talking about British law instead of here. I wanted to mention because Rocksteady are a UK company.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, I think everyone's seen that something was going to happen with this. The majority of the losses have been in the QA team, which probably tells you about what their next project is. And I'm going to guess it's not more Suicide Squad. Given if you're only starting a project, you don't need as big a QA team.
No, very true. That's very true.
But just given how callous the C-suite is, probably just fired most of the QA team, and when the next game comes out and it has problems, they're like, "Oh, how did this happen?"
Already we had QA.
Yeah. And then, like 3 people behind after, they'll be like, "Oh, why did you fire all the QA?" It's like, "Oh, that was your predecessor." He's like, "Oh, all right. Well, fire them again." Two things while I pull my golden parachute. I mean, to be fair, Warner Brothers are in a lot of trouble. But that's a different podcast.
That's a podcast on its own, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, their game division, you can see just from the article, the game division just itself has dropped 41% of revenue year on year. I imagine a large part of that, though, is because they didn't have a Hogwarts Legacy releasing this year.
Yeah.
But I also think that Suicide Squad was supposed to at least do some decent numbers and not have 13,000 max on Steam.
Yeah. Just shows live service games don't guarantee income or revenue.
No, it's at a point now where I think a live service game is a way bigger gamble than a single player game. There are far more failures at this point than there are successes.
Because there's to me, there's too many of them, which are very, very samey.
Yes, they seem to think we have all the time in the world to spend on these games, and we don't.
It's the amount of money they expect us to pump into those games, and they already charge you £60 for the base game. It's like, oh, we'll throw in season passes. They're going to cost £20 each, and that. No, he's trying to do that. He's like, why should I be spending more money on the game?
Yeah, most people have their live service of choice. They don't want another one.
This is what I hate about all of this, is I expect it, like the olden days, just literally buy the game and that's it. I've got it. I don't want all of these, but you could either buy this type of game, this type of game, this type of game. You know, it'll cost you £100, but you can get all of this. I don't care. I just want to play the game.
That's what I like about the likes of like Space Marine 2 and like, I haven't played it yet, but like Black Myth Wukong. Like, it's... Like, I know that some of the studios seem to think that there's no market for single-player games anymore, but it's obviously not true, especially with how the live service ones are performing.
Yeah. It's because you don't get recurrent user spending on them, so they can't make them. They'd rather, throw $100 million up the wall than spend 20, 30 and make a decent single-player game. That'll get them some money, because they don't want some money. They want all the money.
All the money. All the money. Well, it's just not going to go very well at all, especially too many of these that are coming out all the time. I mean, for me, what started it was COD all them years ago, but I think everybody's trying to take it on now, aren't they? Anything and everything.
I can live with sort of like season passes or expansion packs, but it's like you said with Call of Duty pumping up what the season they're on now with Black Ops. It's like Cold War. It'll be season 6 or 7. Then you got their free version with Warzone, and other games do their own thing with like Rainbow Six Siege and Apex Legends. Are all pumping out their own season passes, and it's and they think we've got infinite money.
Oh yeah, exactly, and that's what I absolutely hate.
Yeah, you expected to spend the same amount when they've jacked up the prices on everything, about 20%.
Aye.
Jesus.
Fairly enough, my wages haven't gone up 20%, what about everyone else's?
No.
Yeah.
Well, on cheerier notes, we'll move to the next one. So was it Vision? Oh, I can't say that one. Visions of, was it Mana Dev reportedly being shut down by NetEase?
The Mana series, like Off Mana, is a long-running series going back to the Super Nintendo, I think, when Secret Mana came out. So long-running series, all, for what I know, fairly solid games. This game was released, and then the next day they shut down the developer completely, just gone, done.
I'm just looking at the pictures now. They look like weird characters. That one looked like half rabbit, half person.
If you think that's a weird character, I've got some sights to show you.
That's in our private time, Pete. We'll do that later.
Yeah, I mean, when was the last time you seen a Pokemon?
This morning, actually, because my daughter threw a magazine at me in the shop, and funny enough, it was Pokemon.
Fair enough. Did she deserve it?
I'm going to refrain from commenting because the child should have put. She was a pain. But anyway, worse things came out of my mouth. Let me just say that. Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, just Pokemon have gotten weird if you haven't seen them lately.
No, I haven't actually.
I'll have to have a proper look then, seeing that.
I can't remember the name of it. There's one that's like a symbol with an eye on it.
Okay.
And there's like a dozen different versions of it.
I don't understand it. It's like, just leave it alone. Why do you keep having to add all these stupid Pokemon? What was up with Charizard and Pikachu?
They're still there.
Yeah, because they keep making them. And those games keep selling like 20 million a time. So they're going to keep on.
Dag nabbit.
Yeah.
I tell you. Oh, well, enough of just the sheer downhearted news. We'll go slightly high or slightly better. Sony. Wow, Pete. fire. It's good news, but also bad news.
There's good news in this.
Yeah, I don't see anything good about this announcement.
No.
Well, the Pro technically it's a good thing.
Is it?
Seems like a cash grab to me.
I blame Microsoft for this.
Yeah.
Why should
I think you're selling us, you get more money than we thought.
Purely because there's no competition for PlayStation, so they can charge whatever they want for this console. So if Microsoft or Nintendo decide to have a competing console, then they'd have to reduce the price. But because there isn't anything out there, they're just like, yeah, we'll just throw a price at the dartboard and see what sticks.
Yeah. So this week Sony announced the PlayStation 5 Pro. It apparently is going to settle the difference, because right now, you can play a game on fidelity and performance. Fidelity looks great, but it's only 30 FPS. Performance, doesn't look as good, but 60 FPS. So they're going to homogenize that and make it so the PS Pro, you can be able to get 60 FPS with games looking like they are in fidelity. And for the privilege of that, you're going to be charged £700. Which is about $250 over the current price of a PlayStation. But actually, no, it's more than that. Add another £80 on top of that because you need a disc drive, because this doesn't come with a disc drive. And then you can add another £30 on it because a vertical stand.
Yeah, so they don't even sell it with the stand.
Yeah, so we're talking closer to £800.
So you might as well buy a PC.
Yes, 100%. If you don't have a PC yet, absolutely get one.
I must admit, when I bought my PC during COVID, it cost me less than £800 for me, and that was getting all the components and building it myself.
Yeah.
And they haven't even announced any new games for it. It's just all the existing games.
Yeah. Oh, my favourite thing was the first game they showed off was The Last of Us 2. It's like, that's a PS4 game. What are you guys doing?
We've seen enough of that game.
Yes.
Good game, but
yes,
still.
But they are kicking the arse out of it.
Yeah. Well, when I said slightly good and slightly, but the PS Pro, a lot of people like the old one, but yeah, okay. I'll eat my words. I'm just looking at what I've got on the screen now, and just in the words at the bottom there, vertical stand sold separately.
Yeah, of course, every photo of it is with the vertical stand.
Yeah, that was really misleading, I thought.
Yeah, but they get away with it because they always have a wee thing saying that it's sold separately.
But don't worry, it is available just before Christmas, so parents will be skint.
God, yeah. Poor parents.
And this is what I hate when they release everything just before Christmas. But anyway.
So you can get it for Christmas.
So, that was the PS5 Pro. It is due soon. Buy it if you want to. I didn't finish. If you want to. Accessories not included. Right. Next then go Jacob.
Something different. Instead of people getting laid off, this is 24 staff decided to walk out. If I butcher the name, I apologise. So the company is Annapurna Interactive. So they publish games. One that comes to mind is Stray. I mean, you played that. And they were negotiating with. This is the president and other executives were negotiating with the owner of the company to spin off part of Annapurna. So the video game publishing wing, they wanted to be a separate entity, but they couldn't get an agreement with the owner of the company. So, like I said, they've walked out. So they already have agreements in place for future games to publish, and that's thrown it all up in the air.
Well, that's a new one at least, isn't it?
It does make a nice change to hear about everyone just walking out en masse rather than being laid off en masse.
Exactly. Yeah. they've done it voluntarily instead of being forced, in a sense.
Yeah. The scary thing for this was these guys at Annapurna were doing the Alan Wake and Control TV shows that are coming. But from what I heard, they're kind of separate entities. So that should not be affected by this.
It's a roll of a dice, though, whether they're going to be any good. It's a good IP, isn't it? But
yeah,
you just never know, do you?
Yeah. The only thing makes me reticent about it is was that Quantum Break? Basically had a TV show inside the game, and that was not very good.
I was never a fan of that, to be honest.
No.
That's
the only thing makes me a bit reticent on it, but hopefully the rest will be good.
But it's just, I mean, the thing is it's brave as well walking out, because it's not as if you can very easily just walk in somewhere else at this time in that industry either.
Yeah.
So, no.
Something comes for all of them. Well done.
Yeah. Okay, so we move on. Jacob again.
This article made me laugh. So this is about GTA 6. So they went to the songwriter of Heaven 17, Martin Ware, to put one of his songs in the game. So they offered him $7,500, a one-off payment. So he turned around and told Rockstar to go fuck themselves.
The amount of money they make, and that's what they offered him.
That was exactly his point. He said, was it GTA 5 grossed $8.6 billion.
Wow.
And they only offered him $7,500 for, just as a one-off payment. So it's like, no.
Yeah. By the way, about 10 times that would be industry standard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that is actually insulting then.
Yes.
Because that'd be it. That's there for years then, isn't it?
Yeah. Some might say he managed to resist the temptation.
I'm just reading some. It was.
Wait for that joke.
I know.
What, have I missed something then?
Yep.
The song they wanted is called Temptation.
Yeah, he made a joke.
Oh, sorry. I'm not used to him making jokes.
I make jokes all the time.
Oh,
You
dear.
just don't get 'em.
I'm just not funny.
I was about to say, you need to remind me when to laugh.
Oh, well.
We just put their cue cards up. They're doing live studio performances.
Love you. No, I was just reading some of this. It was $750,000 for a buyout of any future royalties from Game Forever. Strange, but no, yeah, fair play to him. Yeah, I wish everybody would say that and be like, no, but it won't happen, because that money could be quite a lot to somebody. It would be great to me. I'd make something and say, put my song in. I'd probably get 28 pence. Possibly. Okay. Flop. Okay. Next.
I remember.
Damn you.
It's like a comedy club where no one wants to laugh at everybody else's jokes.
Yeah. Don't put us on there. Yeah. Worst comedy club ever, this is. Next. So, Jacob again, fine for the final one.
Last but not least, so in Italy, the police have clamped down on a major video game trafficking ring. So they were making fake vintage consoles and games from Nintendo, Sega, Atari, which didn't meet safety standards. So there was a good chance if you plugged in one of these consoles, it'd probably spark up, catch fire, something like that. So they were making counterfeit 1980s, 1990 games. So examples include Mario Bros, Street Fighter, and Star Wars. And this the collection of fake consoles and games was worth almost 50 million euros, and it's all been destroyed.
Wow. I do like my game with a little bit of, a bit sitting on the edge of my seat, but not so much that it's going to blow up in my face.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is get into an intense gaming session, and next thing you know, your whole gaming station just goes up in flames. Literally.
I suppose there's a small comical bit about it, though.
Yeah, there is a demand for vintage gaming consoles to that, but no, it's good to see that they've stopped these counterfeits and stopped them getting out into the market and potentially put lives in danger.
No, absolutely, I agree. Dirty sods, but no. And it's a pity because I do like these retro consoles, things like that, little minis.
Genuine ones, anyway.
Yeah, sorry, the genuine. Like I've got a genuine PS Classic.
Ah.
Yes, and it's got all of 20 genuine games on there as well.
Yeah, I never got that one. I got the SNES one though.
I want the SNES one. It's just they've gone up massively in price now, really.
Yeah, I seen that on eBay.
Yeah.
It's just like, I bought this for like £80. Looked at the price, I should probably put that back in the box.
Well, I got this. I got this on Amazon. It had a special day price. It was years ago, and I think it cost me $19.99.
That's good.
Dang.
I know exactly. So I'm like, I'm not selling.
I'd have bought it for that price.
I'm not selling it. I'm keeping it. It's one of those thinking, surely if I go to checkout, it's going to come up with this. Actually, it's £80 or something like that. No, I was like, okay, I'm having it. So,
yeah.
Brilliant.
They probably won't come, but I really do hope they make a PlayStation 2 one. It's been years. It probably won't come.
I wonder if they're doing an N64.
I wouldn't have minded one of them as well. Haven't seen anything about it though.
No.
I'm not a fan of these sticks that you put into the back of your telly for them to sort of then, you can play anything. I don't know. Just something about that I'm just not a fan of. Just me, yeah. Okay, so that is all of our news. Quite a lot there. Some more depressing stuff. One day it'll be like a pure, this is an amazing news session, the whole gaming industry's turned around, and they're no longer arseholes. No, okay, fair enough. So we're going to come to our main topic for today, which Pete has been looking forward to for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, there you go. Thought so. And this is where he goes, nope, don't like it. Didn't want to do it. Well, he didn't want to do it. We had to force him. Bless him.
Didn't want to do it, but let's stay committed to the cause.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Borderlands, great game. I know Jacob and Avi have got fond memories of this in their sense because you two love this series. And you got me into it, actually. I quite like playing it. Because I'd never played it before until we played it with you guys.
It's a solid looter shooter, I think.
Sorry?
I said it's a solid looter shooter.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
And a good sense of humour.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I like. And they've made it into a film. They have indeed. Made it into a film. And I think to start with, we were all quite excited. Oh,
I don't know about that.
That's maybe.
Okay. I was quite excited. Let me rephrase it. Because I thought, actually, trailers look all right, actually. It wasn't as bad as I thought. And then the critics got hold of it. And it's sort of like, okay, I don't really want to watch it now. But we have. We have. And it's time to put our thoughts onto it and actually tell people, well, this is what we think. This is what it was like. So all I can say to start with is all the trailers that you've seen, all of them, yeah, probably pretty much are the best bits out there, unfortunately. You know, so keep your expectations low if you're going to watch it. But, you know, to start with, I don't know. All right, opening, what did we think?
I went for a nap halfway through.
It was boring.
What, halfway through the film or halfway through the opening scene?
Halfway through the film.
Okay.
I can't even remember the opening scene. Oh, it was when they save Tina, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
It was fine. I just can't get past how miscast, like, Kevin Hart is as Roland.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it was a bit. I mean, we all know he's quite the comedic person, you know, and he doesn't really do serious roles. It's not exactly a serious role, so to speak, that he was playing, but still, it was more serious than anything else. It's like a Mr. Hardman, but it's Kevin Hart. You know,
He did play it seriously, which did surprise me, but he just in no way resembles Roland as a character.
That just seems to be the problem. It's not like the actors couldn't do that type of role. It's like you said, Kevin Hart could do action films. It's just I just don't see him as Roland.
See, I can't see Kevin Hart doing action films like that, though. You see, that was my first thought of it. It just didn't sit. It don't for me. It just didn't fit with him. That's what I took of it anyway. To me, you know, that's one thing. It just didn't sit with him. That part.
I thought most of that film was miscast.
Yeah.
Like, Kate Blanchett is probably about 20 or 30 years too old
Yeah.
to play Lilith. Like, it makes no sense to have Lilith as an older character than it would, like, someone in, like, I don't know, somewhere around, like, 25 to 30. Same goes with Tannis.
I think they tried to set it so Lilith was somebody with experience, didn't they? Like, bags of experience. That's how I took it anyway.
It's not about well, Lilith just spent most of the time moaning that she was sick of this shit.
Oh god, yeah.
She did look bored.
Yeah.
Kate Blanchett or Lilith?
Yeah.
Come on, Pete, what was your thoughts of the start?
That confession of me, guys.
Yeah, we know what your confession is going to be.
Oh god.
I don't like this movie.
It's not the worst video game, like, adaptation movie I've seen.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Better than Doom Annihilation, or whatever it's called.
Well, there's improvement over Alone in the Dark.
I didn't even know they made a movie of that.
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
Yeah,
No.
they did, didn't they?
I must have saw
No, they didn't.
Film or something.
Oh, sorry, I'm with you. No, they didn't.
Fucking Christian Slater and Tara Reid.
All right, calm down. Back in 2005, that was, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Stephen Dorff's in that film as well.
I'll.
If you don't know who that is, the bad guy for Blade.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay. I'll. There you go. You'll be able to watch it soon, Abby. So.
Great, thanks.
Off the top of my head, I can't think what the worst sort of video game film is, to be honest.
Fucking this.
Anything made by
Maybe we should do a
Uwe Boll?
tier list.
We should make a list.
A tier list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something by Uwe Boll.
Yeah.
It's one of them.
Yeah.
It's Blood Rain 3 or something like that.
Didn't you do Postal as well or something?
Yeah. Oh god. Oh my god. I only watched a review of that. Oh my god. Awful. I don't like Postal the game. Never mind. The movie's even worse.
So, I think with this, the problem is some of the films that they've done, you don't normally, if you haven't played the game, you can still follow the story and understand. So my wife was watching this with me and hadn't the foggiest. She wasn't like you, Abby. She didn't go for a nap, but she did sit there and play on her phone for most of it.
Well, that's because it was boring, not because she was at a disadvantage for not knowing the IP. Because I don't think you need to know it. And like some of the stuff just isn't right as well. Like Tina isn't Atlas's daughter, as far as I'm aware, in law.
No.
Yeah.
I was reading about it, and apparently her father is likely to be Krieg, who was the psycho that was part of the group.
Also not true.
Oh, is it not?
No, that's not true in the films. Other games.
FYI, there is no spoilers because you find that out straight away that Tina's Atlas's daughter.
Is there a definitive answer as to who her parents are in the games?
Yes, but you never meet them because they're already dead. I might be wrong, but I think in the second and the third game, when she's introduced, you see her killing a bandit. I think the bandits she's killing are ones that killed her parents.
Oh, okay.
I might be wrong in that. I remember reading. It's been so long since I played Borderlands 2.
Well,
I thought, although apparently he's a massive fan of being in video game adaptations now, but I thought Jack Black was reasonably good as Claptrap. He was certainly as annoying as Claptrap is in the games.
I thought he was annoying in a different way in the film. In the games, it was annoying because he was sort of like pathetic and lovable at the same time, but in the film, he just comes across as a dick. He just keeps on jabbing at Lilith. It's like, okay, fine. But out of all the casting, it felt like Jack Black was the one that sort of made sense.
Mm.
And that's saying something. Actually, no, that's a lie, because I do like Jack Black in majority of things that he plays. And yeah, you're right. He seems to be a massive part of all of these video game adaptations.
Yes, he's Steve now as well, isn't he?
Mm.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I have no clue who Steve is in Minecraft because I've never played it. So
It's the guy that you play as.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. No, didn't know that, you see. So I'm not sure. But Jamie Lee Curtis. See, I love Jamie Lee Curtis.
I found her as Tannis really annoying.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I love Jamie Lee Curtis. But yeah, she was a bit of a...
Yeah, it was more the character than her.
Yeah.
I didn't like Tannis.
No, a bit of a condescending bitch, I thought. But, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's only a film, but you can't help but think, can you, sometimes? That's it. In that sense, I thought, oh. And it's a shame because I do like a lot of what Jamie Lee Curtis is in. But again, I think things like this can sometimes slightly spoil it for people.
Nobody shone in that film, though.
No. Not at all. Not at all. I mean, it's already flopping in it, so I don't see it doing much more. But the annoying thing is, right, it'll probably be this that they'll think, do you know what, we'll do a sequel and try and make it better.
I don't know. I don't think it hasn't made enough money.
It had a budget of, 110, 120 million, and it only made 32 million back.
Yeah.
That's not including marketing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Wow.
Yes, it was marketed quite heavily, wasn't it?
I've seen Dextero just released an article saying that it's lost almost $100 million.
Jesus. That's not good. I mean, it's just... There's just no, like... You know, you get, like, 5 minutes of action, and then you've got, like, 20 minutes of boredom.
I also don't understand why Lilith didn't have any powers until right at the end.
Oh yeah.
Like in the game, like she's a siren. Like that's literally the class that you play as. So like I just didn't find it remotely convincing that she suddenly learned she had these powers at the ripe old age of whatever, and then was able to instantly use them all to that effect. That it would have made more sense to me if she already had powers, but sort of gained an enhancement, let's say.
So there's no poetic license really between the game and the film.
No. And what annoys me, if you played the games Pandora, you got such a bright, vibrant world and like a quarry. And
I like the guy that played Marcus.
yeah, he was convincing.
Yeah.
Who played Marcus? Benjamin
Oh,
Byron Davis.
But I thought he was like pretty much spot on to the guy that in the game.
Oh, there you go. So there we go. We have a positive. We have a positive. Clutch at straws, but we have a positive in that sense for it. So, but I don't know. I don't really know what else. It's hard to try and talk about a game. A game? Oh, yeah, well, a game. A film which just a lot happened, but you probably didn't pay attention or even watch half of it because it was boring.
It just felt rushed as well, like story-wise. Like, there's plenty to work with Borderlands, and I feel like they just didn't even fundamentally understand the like the world, or so like there isn't even that much lore to it.
This feels like a throwback to the old games movies used to get, because before a while we've actually had a run of them being decent, maybe not great but decent. This feels like a throwback to when they just didn't care.
Yeah, it just felt quite cheap as well, didn't it? Like thrown together, but it was not cheap at all.
I mean, I messaged you once I watched it, and it was a bit like, okay, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen in the world, but it's just very meh.
Yeah, forgettable.
Yeah, exactly. It was but the thing is, it's that forgettable. It was like, I'm just going to watch it again because I can't really remember it, and I'll end up doing it.
I'm absolutely not watching that again.
No.
I'm not saying like now or shortly. I'm just saying like in a few years' time, I'll be like, I can't remember that.
I can find more productive things to do in that time rather than watching the film again.
Is that like?
I'd rather watch the Resident Evil movies.
Yeah.
Stuff happens in them.
Yeah.
It's bad stuff, but stuff happens.
Yeah.
Hey, I like the Resident Evil. Well, I like the first one.
The first one's okay.
Yeah.
And
as a movie, it's fine.
Raccoon City one was good.
I got tricked into watching the second.
You got tricked.
A buddy watched it. Says, "Oh, I know this has got a lot of bad press, but this is actually really good." Watched it last night. Really, really good. So I went, "All right, put it on." Got an hour in. I turned to him and went, "This is absolutely awful. What are you talking about?" And he went, "I didn't actually watch it. I just wanted to watch it with you."
Oh,
that was nice.
Well, you.
He wanted to watch it with his friend.
He just wanted an excuse to watch it with someone. He wanted to bring someone else down.
Oh.
Yeah, what did someone suffer with him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Me and Tony watched them all.
Yeah.
Just cause.
I watched them all and I was tolerating most of it. It's just the last one just annoyed me. Because 5 sort of build up an epic finale and then they just ignored half of it and stuff.
Too expensive.
Yeah.
Apart from the first one, I genuinely cannot remember any of them at all.
No, you have to get him on. Get him on then.
It was just an excuse for Paul W. Sanderson to show off his wife.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Look how awesome my wife is. Because he made another video game movie, Monster Hunter, and funny enough, guess who sells in that?
That bombed as well, didn't it? Or...
Yeah, as it should have. It's awful.
I might get them.
Again, nothing to do with the games. It was an isekai for some reason.
Oh dear. So as you can tell, the film wasn't really that great because we've gone off big tangents. Procrastinated to not talk about it.
Well, it's not really that much to say other than what we have said.
No, exactly, and
it's not terrible. It's not great. It's forgettable, and thankfully reasonably short.
Yeah. Anybody have a problem with the CGI in the film?
Yeah, like sometimes it just looked really off, didn't it?
Yeah. One part that took me completely out was, what was it, after they picked up Tiny Tina and there was that whole chase scene and just looked at it, it just looked bad. It just didn't look convincing.
Mm.
And
it
takes you out of it completely. Yeah.
Very 80s.
I know. I think you'd see better in the 80s.
Oh, fair enough.
Some of it was mildly entertaining, but this was just, it was just, like Abby said, it just took me out of it completely.
Yeah, wasn't a fan. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen, but it definitely wasn't the best, as we've said. It was just not a lot happened. It felt.
I'd say I've right in the bottom half of video game films, but it's, like I said, it was just forgettable, and by the end of it, I was just glad it was over.
Oh, poor film. But okay, so I think, in all honesty, that's all we can really sort of say about that. So I think that brings us nicely and naturally towards the end. Yeah, we do apologise about that. If you're thinking of watching Borderlands, prepare for disappointment, or at least, you've lost an hour and a half of your life.
Do something better with it.
Yeah, do something better with it, like eat cat litter or something. I don't know.
There are better video game films to watch out there. Was it like Detective Pikachu or Sonic the Hedgehog?
I like Detective Pikachu.
Oh, really good that was. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I mean, there are some films where they're so bad, but they're still enjoyable. Well, I say bad. There's some of them just not as good, but they're still enjoyable. Like
the original Super Mario Brothers.
I was going to say the Doom film, but
I liked the first Doom film.
I liked the first Doom film, and then Abby made us watch the Annihilation one.
I'm fairly certain I didn't make anyone watch that.
I'm blaming you.
I missed it, thankfully.
I've still got it, so don't worry.
Yeah, I was going to say, it might still be on Plex if you want to check it out.
No, thanks.
It has the literal worst line of dialogue I've ever heard in the film.
Which one's that?
Mother, you're alive. Too bad you must die.
Oh.
So is Pete not selling it to you?
If we have to do it for another episode, then I'll watch it.
Next episode.
Oh, God.
Now I'm joking.
Let me recover first.
I'll be busy that weekend. I don't care what weekend it is, we're busy.
Yeah.
We'll surprise you, Pete. Just wait until you're online. He'll be like, right, we're going.
I'll lose connection.
Yeah, that damn Scottish internet.
Yeah.
That's way better than ours. I don't know, it might not be better than yours, Matt, but it's definitely better than what me and Tony have.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. I can't make fun of that.
I know, it's a touchy subject.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Okay, we won't talk about that then, no. We'll leave the internet alone, especially... who's worse, yours or Jacob's?
Mine's all right.
Ours is at 50 meg, I think.
Ah.
That's the best you can get here.
Dagnabbit. Right, okay, so we'll draw this to a close. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us. We're here every 2 weeks. Feel free, keep coming back, keep listening, tell your friends. Also, if you want to, you can go and see Abby. She's been on Twitch lately. I think you were on today. No, you weren't. You were on last weekend, weren't you?
No, I wasn't on last weekend. I've been busy the last couple of weeks, but I am right at the end of Jedi Survivor, so my next stream I'll finish that off and then possibly moving on to Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, see, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. So if you want to watch Abby on Twitch, go and have a look. Starbuck_C17. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. I see. I've got it off the tongue now. That is just there. Just there. I know it. Brilliant. Smashing. So thank you very much, guys, for joining us tonight. Thank you for a pleasant chat, as always. Always good fun. So we'll see you next time. Say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Ah.
That's pretty sucked!